So are you wondering what may have happened with the land sale here at Marriott's Harbour Lake in Orlando, Florida? Well, I reported on it last year and I'm going to give you an update coming right up. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy, and just before we get started here talking about the land sale here at Marriott's Harbour Lake, it's where I am right now. There's some of the buildings behind me, and on this channel I like to share some of my best tips, strategies, and advice on how to help you get the most from your timeshare ownership. So let's jump into it. This is something I reported on last year in May 2019, where Marriott Vacations Worldwide actually sold off the remaining 18 acres of land here at Marriott's Harbour Lake. And if you want to check out that video, check this one out. It'll pop up above here right now, and you can watch that and then jump back over to this if you're interested. But yeah, so they announced last year that they had sold off the remaining 18 acres of land. Okay, so just to kind of give a bit of a background of this property here in Orlando, they started building this back late in the 1990s, maybe the early 2000s. It was originally called Horizons at Orlando, and it was supposed to be 900 two-bedroom units. Now, they only actually completed 312 of those, leaving another 588 remaining to be built, which, in my opinion, that would have made this resort essentially unit size, the size of Marriott's Grand Vista, just one straight over, make it a huge resort. Grand Vista, though, is also on a much larger piece of land with a surrounding golf course, so they would have had some challenges here, I think, with pools, being that the two pools are pretty small. I'm going to do a video about a review here of Marriott's Harbour Lake in the future, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on those videos. So just to kind of give some update, last year in May we had a email from our board of directors, kind of a spring newsletter, to kind of give an update on that basically the land had been sold. Marriott actually had announced it in a quarterly earnings call earlier. They just gave an update basically that they would kind of monitor the situation. Well, we're now a whole year later. That deal was supposed to close in the fourth quarter 2019 or first quarter 2020. But here we are now. We just entered third quarter 2020. Still no deal. And I went back and looked at the newsletter from spring of 2020. I really should have read it earlier. But it was, I think we got that in like May or June. It had a date of May, but usually those come out a little bit later. So I went back and looked at that, and apparently that deal fell through. What is going to happen is apparently the Florida Department of Transportation is actually going to be using eminent domain to take an additional 60 feet along the I-4 corridor, 2 acres of land over there that butt up against Interstate 4, and the Florida Department of Transportation is going to be taking 60 additional feet through eminent domain of that property. So I guess the new buyers weren't too pleased about that, and they essentially canceled the deal. So no deal now on this land sale here at Marriott's Harbour Lake. I guess the land's back up for sale. Looking for 18 acres of land in Orlando? This is the place. So let's just take a closer look at some of the land here. This is where they had some additional parking lots paved, and they haven't resealed them or anything, but they did have some additional parking lots paved and curbs put in to where there was going to be additional parking. Now this building over here, that is actually the kind of like the maintenance area, maintenance shed, where the employees park as well that work here at Harbour Lake. And they were actually going to have to move kind of that whole operation over there, because that is sitting essentially on the land that was sold. So have a Residence Inn by Marriott over here as well, completely separate. But yeah, all of this land here was part of the land sale, so we don't know really how that would have impacted our stays here at the resort. But there would have probably been a lot of construction noise from something, whether it's apartments, whether it's additional hotels or whatnot. There's a lot of construction and building that has been going on over the last several years up and down Westwood Boulevard out here, which you can see out here where those cars are driving. Tons of construction on what was the old Grand Pines Golf Club across the street around Cypress Harbor. And if you want to see a video about that, I did do a video about the golf course reconstruction update at Cypress Harbor. Check that one out as well in the description below, or the pop-up right up above in the upper right. So there you are, just a quick update on the status of the land sale, or lack thereof, here at Marriott's Harbour Lake in Orlando, Florida. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, check out the what to watch next in the description box below. And if you want to see another video about Marriott's Harbour Lake, check this one out up here. YouTube, they in fact think you'll like this one down here. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember, the best destination is always a timeshare.